Neighbours say the woman allegedly kidnapped in Auckland last night had been the victim of at least one other attempted abduction recently.
Neighbours in Beach Haven heard a gunshot just after 7 o'clock as police say the woman was being taken by two men and another woman. 2 hours later, she was in the next door suburb of Greenhithe pleading with residents for help but didn't want anyone to call the police. As Adam Hollingworth reports, two people have just been arrested.
Armed police guarding two cordoned locations after an alleged kidnapping.
I think I'm still a little bit like play acting a scene in some cop movie. Doesn't feel real.
The incident began in Beach Haven on Auckland's North Shore at 7:15 with what sounded like a gunshot.
Heard an incredibly loud bang. I have absolutely no experience whatsoever with guns, but it was unmistakably a gun and not a car backfiring.
Neighbour Ruth Jackson says it was pandemonium.
Ran out of the house, there was all sorts of commotion happening next door, people running. There was a woman and a couple of kids who'd run across the street. There were a couple of teenagers running out of the house into the street, saying there'd been people with guns, and I said, look, you need to get off the street.
Jackson called 111 and sheltered the youngsters aged 6 and 11 at her place until the danger appeared to be over.
Yeah, I really feel for the little kids. They were visiting their nan. They've ended up being involved in a quite dangerous situation.
By then, the woman who'd been next door had been taken and police were guarding the property.
There was quite a serious incident that occurred there and we were worried for the safety of one person. We've now located that person and she is receiving medical attention.
2 hours after the alleged abduction in Beach Haven, the woman turned up in Greenhithe, apparently having escaped her alleged kidnappers. This person says her neighbour went on the street's WeChat to say a woman broke out of bushes behind the house and knocked on her back window.
She's just asking for help, you know. Of course, they're quite scared. They have little children and the grandma there, so they say they call the police. But she don't want them to call police, so she ran down again.
So she wanted help, but she didn't want the police?
Yeah.
So she was obviously scared out of her mind?
Yeah, I'm sure she's quite scared.
The police found the victim, her face bloodied, just a few doors down from where she'd sought help. Around the same time, neighbours shared these pictures of someone else on foot in the same street.
There's another lady chasing, looking for her.
Around lunchtime today, as forensics continued their search, several people were outside the property, not welcoming the extra attention.
How you guys love that boring?
I think it's fair to say the neighbourhood's quite rattled. There've been a few incidents around the neighbourhood recently. The kebab shop's been targeted twice. There's been an armed robbery at the pharmacy. And actually next door here a couple of weeks ago there was a previous attempt to kidnap the same woman.
Police are appealing for information about the three alleged abductors and in the meantime say they'll maintain an increased presence in Beach Haven and Greenhithe.
Well, Adam joins us now. Kia ora, Adam. What more can you tell us about these two arrests made tonight?
Sam, police say they located a pair in central Auckland this afternoon and took them into custody. A 32-year-old man from Dairy Flat is charged with kidnapping, wounding with intent and 2 firearms offences. And a 28-year-old woman from Bayview is charged over outstanding arrest warrants and failed obligations relating to a computer search. Police aren't ruling out further arrests and they don't believe this incident was random. Meanwhile, the victim is continuing her recovery in hospital and police say she'll have a long road to recovery. Sam.
OK, Adam, thank you for that breaking news update.